welcome to Don't Tell Mama. As a courtesy to our performers, we ask that there be no picture taking, no texting. Please turn off all your cell phones and keep the aisles clear for performers. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ricky Ritzel and Aaron.
Flies east,
the bird flies west.
He pays no rental where he built his nest.
And I run my business identically.
No assets,
No capital, nothing but me.
when your shoes need soling, and he's standing on the top.
And your girl says, please forget her when you're on rock bottom and you can't go down. Any change is for the better.
When your job folds up,
And your pants wear thin. And you're down at the bottom looking up at the top. When you're at zero,
when you're a has-been,
and there's nowhere to go but up.
to the man who has a plenty, it changes for the worse.
So he plays a losing hand against the universe. But winter weather, when the leaves turn brown,
Think of putting poison in your cup.
when you're on rock bottom and you can't go down, then there's nowhere to go but up, up, up one street.
Down one street.
Wearing out the cobblestones beneath our feet.
Look at tomorrow philosophically.
For pretty nearly everything's happened to me. When your shoes need soling and you're standing on the town, and your girl says, please forget her when you're on rock bottom and you can't go down. Any change is for the better.
When your job folds up,
And your pants wear thin, and you're down at the bottom looking up at the top. When you're at zero,
when you're a has-been,
you're not a has-been.
I have been.
And there's nowhere to go but
To the man who has a plenty, and it changes for the worse.
up. So he plays a losing hand against the universe. But the winter weather, when the leaves are brown,
You think of putting poison in your cup.
when you're on rock bottom and you can't go down, can't go her way,
Can't go his way.
can't go that way, can't go this way, then there's nowhere to go but up.
Thank you very much, Andy Napolitano. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the September 2019 edition of Ricky Ritzel's Broadway. Tonight, we've never, how do I say it? Tonight we feature 3 shows that have never been fully revived on Broadway. There have been concert versions, encores, and greedy reworkings to keep money coming into the family whose members never met the man responsible for creating the works. But I digress. The first show up is Knickerbocker Holiday.
Yes.
Music by Kurt Weill, lyrics, book by Maxwell Anderson. I'd like to write a play with you, was the note that Kurt Weill wrote to Maxwell Anderson after seeing Anderson's What Price Glory. He was always fascinated with free, independent American history, and Weill loved anything American. They settled on Washington Irving's history and Knickerbocker history of New York, filled with pompous Dutch burgermeisters and a peripheral despotic Peter Stuyvesant, a rebellious young hero and a coy sweetheart. Anderson constructed a biting satire on present-day 1938 politics. Once a very ardent Roosevelt follower, he had become disillusioned with the ever-expanding New Deal policies and incorporated his dislike into the libretto. Kurt Weill was rather bewildered. Having fled Germany from the Nazis to the U.S. in 1935, he idolized Roosevelt. Now the action opens as Washington Irving looks back onto a flashback in 1647 when Manhattan's new Dutch governor, the glamorous peg-legged Peter Stuyvesant, disembarks to be greeted by the self-satisfied city council. To celebrate his arrival, they decide to hang a convict, just for fun. Sounds a little familiar to me. Nurse, there's a woman that needs help. But all the prisoners have escaped, so they can't hang anybody. Meanwhile, Irving sets his sights on Brom Brooke, a commoner in love with the daughter of the head of the council. But as our opening number illustrated, Brom is lower than low. So despite their protests, Brom and Tina adore each other. And here to set that sentiment to song is someone who we all adore, the delightful Sally Darling.
Running through rain and the winters that follow after, for one certain face and an unforgotten laughter. I've been following trains, I've been staring after ships for a certain pair of eyes and a certain pair of lips. Yes, I've looked everywhere. You can look without wings. And I found a great variety of interesting things. But it never was you. It never was anywhere you. An occasional sunset reminded me, or a flower growing high in a tulip tree, or one red star hung low in the west, or a heartbreak call from a meadowlark's nest made me think for a moment, maybe it's true. I found you in the star, in the cold, in the blue. But it never was you. It never was anywhere you. Anywhere you. I've been hunting through woods. I've been fishing over water. I'm one certain girl who's a certain father's daughter. I've been following signs. I've been searching through the lands for a certain pair of arms and a certain pair of hands. Yes, I've tried a kiss here, and I've tried a kiss there. For when you're out in company, the boys and girls will pair. But it never was you. It never was anywhere you. An occasional sunset reminded me, or a flower growing high in a tulip tree, or one red star hung low in the west, or a heartbreak call from a meadowlark's nest made me think For a moment, maybe it's true, I found you in the star, in the cold, in the blue. But it never was you. It never was anywhere you. Anywhere you.
That's Sally Gore. Now, the council accuses Brom of false charges of selling alcohol and firearms to the Indians. A hanging offense. Aha! Washington Irving intervenes, but he and Brom agree that an inability to take orders combined with a hatred of corruption add up to a working definition of an American. Please welcome the working definition of a godsend, John Sappin.
An American, has he any distinguishing flavor? Would you spot him on an elephant in Turkestan, or floating on a raft 50 miles at sea? As you know a single leaf from the sassafras tree by its characteristic savor.
It isn't that he's short or tall. It isn't that he's round or flat. It isn't that he's civilized or aboriginal, nor the head size of his hat. No, it's just that he hates and eternally despises the policeman on his beat, or the judge that he assises.
The sheriff with his warrants and the bureaucratic crew.
For the pure and simple reason, they tell him what to do.
And he insists on eating, he insists on drinking, he insists on reading, he insists on thinking. Free of governmental snooping or a governmental plan. And that's an American.
How can you tell an American? Has he any distinguishing notion? There's something in the essence of a good champagne that makes for certain sure you're not imbibing rain, and you won't succeed in growing an American man on the opposite side of an ocean.
It isn't that he's good or bad. It isn't that he's gay or grim. It's only the authority repels him as a lad and never goes down with him. Yes, it's just that he hates both the guts and the faces of the people who can order him and put him through his paces.
The assessor with his taxes, or the colonel at review,
or any fool official who can tell him what to do.
and he won't go to heaven and he won't go to hell,
And he will not buy and he will not sell
according to the precepts of a governmental plan.
and that's an American.
What's happening? The council vote to hang Brom, but he convinces them to hang him around the waist and he'll die slower. All too familiar, all too familiar. Peter Stuyvesant enters and is impressed that Brom has fooled the council and pardons him. Tina's father announces her hand has been promised to Stuyvesant. Tina pleads for some time, but he wants to marry her the very next day. Director Josh Logan said, "We knew we needed a great star for Stuyvesant, and that it was a comparatively small part, which made attracting a big star difficult." Someone mentioned Walter Houston, who was now a big movie star, father of John Huston and the grandfather of Angelica Houston, who would win the Oscar for Treasure of Sierra Madre 10 years later. Amazingly, he was interested, but after being assured his part would be beefed up to include wooing the leading lady, he suggested he have a song. He said, you know, something where the old son of a bitch can be charming. Logan assured him he would have a song. And in one evening, Violet Anderson wrote the song as basically an afterthought. Please welcome as Peter Stuyvesant, the delectable Bob Diamond.
I was a young man, early in spring. I played the awaiting game. The maid refused me with tossing curls. I'd let the old earth take a couple whirls, and I'd ply her with tears instead of pearls. As time came around, she came my way. As time came around, she came. But it's a long, long while from May to December, and the days grow short when you reach September, and the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame, and I haven't got time for the waiting game. And the wine dwindles down to a precious brew. September, November, and these few vintage years I spent with you. These vintage years I spent with you. Oh yes, a long, long while from May to December, and the autumn weather turns the leaves to gold. I have lost one tooth, and I walk a little lame, and I haven't got time for the waiting game. And the days turn to gold when they grow few. September, November, and these few golden days I've spent with you. These golden days I spent with you. When you meet with the young men early in spring, they encourage you in song and rhyme. They woo you with words and a clover ring. If you believe the words they sing, you'll see that they're just a waste of time. A very big waste of time. For it's a long, long while from May to December, and I have got the time when I reach September. These vintage years I'll spare with you. These vintage years I'll spare with you. These precious
Now, Brahm objects to this, obviously, and Stuyvesant throws him into jail. Tina tries to help Brahm escape, but is caught. A newly formed army assembles. Stuyvesant demands the council strengthen out the economy, and just as he's about to marry Tina, Brahm enters to tell them the Indians have burned down the jail. Hurrah! The council retreat is in terror. They don't know what to do, but Stuyvesant and Brahm remain to fight and drive away the Indians. Brahm tells the crowd that is gathered after the Indians are driven away that he saw Stuyvesant selling artillery to the Indians. Stuyvesant vows to hang Brahm, who tells the crowd that they were better off with the inefficient corruption of the council than with Stuyvesant's efficient corruption. The council mutinies and refuses to proceed with the hanging. Stuyvesant is preparing to gun down the mutineers when Washington Irving intervenes. He advises Stuyvesant not to fire, so he will not seem a ruthless tyrant to posterity, more of a fun tyrant. Stuyvesant has a change of heart. He pardons Brahm and allows him to marry Tina. Then he allows that he may be an American too, since he was never able to take orders either. The end. The Playwrights Company, producers Maxwell Anderson, S.N. Behrman, Elmer Rice, Robert E. Sherwood, Sidney Howard, Oliver Smith, and Oliver Ray, approached playwright Sean O'Casey requesting permission to musicalize his play Juno and the Paycock. He gave the rights willingly, as well as approval of book writer Joseph Stein and Mark Blitzstein, who wrote the score. Sean O'Casey had never seen a musical. Let that sink in. Oh boy. Tony Richardson was sent to direct, but dropped out and was replaced by Vincent Donahue, another film director, who left and was replaced by Jose Ferrer. Shirley Booth was cast as Juno Boyle and said early on, "I'm all wrong for the part." Melvin Douglas was Captain Boyle, and he had never done a musical before. Well, everything was going smoothly, so... Pre-Broadway stops included Boston and Washington. Reviews were unanimously bad, all declaring it was a depressing musical based on a depressing play that didn't need to be musicalized. It made it more depressing. But taken on its own, the score is a masterpiece. Juno opened at the Winter Garden Theater March 9, 1959, and wheezed through 19 performances. Closing March 21st, 1959. Okay. Ready for this? The scene opens up in 1921 Dublin and focuses on the Boyles. Daughter Mary is in love with neighbor Bentham, and son Johnny, who lost a hand fighting the British. Captain Jack, their ne'er-do-well, out-of-work father, and long-suffering mother Juno. Daughter Mary sings of her discontent. Please welcome the ever-contented Tara Martinez.
Inside me, oh, it's long I have had such an unrest inside me, and it's getting real bad. that I wake, all dizzy and light, the dreaming and feeling this ache. Such a thumping inside me that I think I'll go mad. For I wish it's all, what I wish I still don't know. But it's bound to come, though so long to wait. I keep saying tonight, or today, through the endless days, and my heart clamors and prays it will not come too late. But when God does, in the shape of love or life, I will give my life, I know. I've such grand aims with so many names that I grow numb. But sure, what is bound to come, because I wish it so. I wish it so. It's the unrest inside me, and I think I'll go mad.
Yeah.
Now in the park, Mary meets Jerry, who has an eye for her. But she tells him her heart belongs to someone else. Once again, the wonderful John Satchel.
Give us one kind word, such as these 2 ears have seldom heard. Why must you be so strange and cold to me? There is another you have in your eyes, I see. Tell me, who is he? You're saving one kind word. Do you recall the time I found you? It was a happy time, I say. And at the time you did agree. You did permit my arms around you. They are the same good arms today, but only bitterness have you for me now. Oh, Mary, will you give us one kind word? By what entreaty can you be stirred? How shall I try to pierce the heart in you? Who is this other? Tell me what the man can do. I can do it too. I'm more by a third. Just give me one kind word. Now you're about to speak. Don't do it. The bitter words again, I'm sure. And do you want my heart to break? You turn away your cheek. I knew it. You're deaf to every overture. Well, let it be a wedding or a wake then. Ah, Mary, will you give us one kind word? Look, I was daft then and not occurred. Please have some pity, I have lost my wit. Say that you'll have me, take my love that's infinite, wipe the floor with it. One word, oh Mary, give us one kind word. Mary.
There's no someone else, Jerry. At least I haven't met him yet.
Will you?
Won't be long finding him. Jerry, it's not just a drop of kindness you're after. But if you don't know it, I do. I can't give you what you want, and you won't be happy with just
One kind.
Jerry then goes to Boyle's house to tell him of an available job. But Captain Jack complains of pains in his legs. So he can't do it. Juno takes him to task. Please welcome the adorable Barb Malley and Bob Dunn.
What you doing? Ah, Juno, why can't a woman be more like me? Oh, doing her thing like spoiling a man willingly.
There's mighty little spoiled to fit. He's spoiled already, boy, you know.
Ah, you're changing the subject. Why can't you be like our neighbor, Mrs. Coyne? Always a smile, always laughing, Mrs. Coyne.
Mrs. Coyne could smile all day. Hattie Coyne brings home his pay.
You're changing the subject. Why can't you be like Mrs. Madigan at least? One word from her, and the self-interest increased.
Well, you know that she's a widow now. Let that be arranged somehow.
You're changing.
You're running out of something.
Oh, no, not me. Ha, ha, ha. There's an old saying that a man is the master. Woman is there to serve it.
There's an old saying, servants are trained on the penance with a mankind.
Well, that's not a saying. Not a saying. You know as well as me.
So what if it's not indeed, it's not, I say it's going to be. Yes, it's going to be.
There's an old saying, a man's house is his castle, winter and summer.
There's another saying, a man's house needs a man, not a drunken bomber.
Ah, that's not a saying, not a saying. You know as well as me.
And here's a judge if it needs it not. I swear it's gonna be. Yes, it's gonna
Oh, was there ever a man so begotten by a female nagging yapper?
The nagging that it, the woman does, it's all she's got, God help her.
that dog is has his day.
Oh, and there's another saying, marry your dog and it's only equal to that's the song you'll hear from me.
Yeah! I've got it.
Mary is once again in the park, but this time with neighbor Bentham, finally revealing their mutual love. Do I dare to uncover my true heart? I'll never be ever the same. And do I dare to reveal the longing I feel when I say your name? Will you care or feel sorry? I know you. If once I show you my true heart, oh, let me live by my love, or I die by my love, and my love, it will endure all death to us part. Now I swear by my heavens above you that I do love you, my true love. Meanwhile, Boyle has found out a relative has died and left him a bit of money.
It's never too late to change, I wonder surely.
Ah, there's another saying. Now that I am rich, I've changed entirely.
That's not a saying, not a saying. You know as well as me.
I know it's not, I tell you that, but I swear it's gonna be. Sure, it's gonna be.
I'm even glad that you won't have to trouble finding a job for a while now.
When I recall them twinges in me leg, I have to smile now.
There's an old saying, I will tell if it's a true one too, you know.
There's another saying, you're all the world to me darling Juno. I'm not a saying, not a saying, but that's what you'll hear from me. Yeah.
Now the IRA is looking for Johnny, thinking he knows who ratted out a fellow patriot, but the Boyles are too busy enjoying their not yet received inheritance. It seems Bentham has deserted Mary, and she reveals she's pregnant. Boyle confesses the inheritance was all a lie, and Johnny's been taken by the IRA. Mary sits alone in the park once again. Here's the terrific Tara Martinez.
Yeah.
I like the big red.
alone. The one I loved that loved me not, he left me and went his way. I thought him true, what did I do? And how could I make him stay? Where shall I hide me forever alone? Where hides a hurting dove that gave and lost, that gave and lost, and all of it was for love, for love, for love.
So Boyle has kicked Mary out of the house for being pregnant. They find out Johnny's been killed for being an informer. Juno leaves with Mary for good to go to the country, and the captain once again heads to the pub. Now, before our last show, I have some thank yous to make. Everyone here, don't tell Mama. Sidney Meyer for the use of the hall. Carlo and Lights and Sound. Remember your wait staff, Randy and Jeff. This jaw-droppingly terrific cast. And all of you, thank you for coming out tonight. Remember, the next show is Friday, October 25th at 7 when we feature songs from Fiddler on the Roof, Showboat, and Breakfast at Tiffany. Now here's something a little lighter. Shit, Oedipus the musical will be lighter. But I digress. George Gershwin had just finished a performance of Lewis and Stadium conducting, where he started work on Girl Crazy, an Aaron's Freedley production with a book by Guy Bolton and Jack McGowan, starring Alan Kearns and Ginger Rogers in her second and last Broadway appearance before taking Hollywood. Burt Lahr was intended comic relief, but he was still in a hit show Flying Colors, and Willie Howard took his place. Now the story is notorious womanizer rich boy Danny Churchill has been banished by his family to manage their farm in Arizona, where he arrives from Manhattan by cab. He has also brought dozens of chorus girls with him. This wakes up the sleepy town of Custerville, Arizona, where a gang of lazy cowpokes hang around singing in 4-part harmony. Please welcome 4 cowpokes that are anything but lazy: Eve Eaton, Rachel Hanser, Karen Mack, and Wendy Russell, accompanied by Stephen Ray Watkins, those girls!
Some fellas go to tiptoe through the tulips. Some fellas go on singing in the rain. Some fellas keep on painting the skies with sunshine. Some fellas keep on singing down the lane. give me glass that's bright and twinkles. Let me dream like Rip Van Winkle, 'cause he bided his time, and like that Winkle got I, chasing away flies while the day flies by in my time. There's no regret, bide in my time. When I said bide in my time.
No, leave me alone. Well, that's that. Danny meets local postmistress Molly Cray and immediately falls for her. Please welcome the luscious Laura Pavlis and amazing Aaron Morishita.
Have some pity on an Easterner. Show a little sympathy. No one possibly could be sterner than you have been with me. There's a job that I'm applying for. Let me tell it to you thus. It's a partnership I'm dying for, Mr. and Mrs. Us. Before you file it on a shelf, let me tell you of myself. Oh, I'm the chappie to make you happy. I'll hide the shifties and chase your bluesies away. Would you? Oh, tell me, could you use me? I'll shake the mat out, I'll feed the carrot and feed the parrot. Oh, baby, would you? Oh, tell me, could you use me? Do you recognize what a good man you're getting in me? Not an Elka Mason or Woodman who gets home at 3. The girls who see me go wild and dreamy, but I'm a pander who won't philander. Oh, could you use me? 'Cause I certainly could use you.
There's a chap I know in Mexico who's as strong as he can be, eating nails and drinking Texaco. He is the type for me. And there's this one in California, more romantic far than you. When he sings ha-cha-cha-chunia, I often think he'll do. But as for you, sir, I'm afraid you'll never make the grade. For you're no cowboy, you're soft and how, boy. I feel no muscle that's fit or tussle. I must refuse you, I cannot use you.
Excuse me.
No nightlife for you, the birds will bore you, the cows won't know you, a horse would throw you. You silly man, you ask me, can you use me? Though I love you, maybe a wizard, I'm wanting to know, could you warm me up in a blizzard? Say 40 below. Your ties are freakish, your knees look weakish, go back to flappers and highball lappers. Though you use me, I certainly can't use you.
Danny has turned the placid farm into a dude ranch and gambling hall. He continues to tell Molly how wonderful life can be with him in New York, and slowly she warms to the idea.
Dozens of girls would swarm me. I had to close my door. Somehow I couldn't warm up to one before. What was it that controlled me? What made my love life lead? My intuition told me you'd come on the scene. Lady, listen to the rhythm of my heartbeat, and you'll get just what I mean. Embrace me, my sweet embraceable youth. Embrace me, you irreplaceable youth. Just one look at you, and I grow tipsy in me. And you alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to daddy do. My sweet embraceable you. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to Papa do. My sweet embraceable you.
The producer heard this young singer and insisted George Gershwin come hear her. Gersh was so impressed he invited her to audition for a role in Girl Crazy. She was hired on the spot. Opening night of Girl Crazy made Ethel Merman a star. George Gershwin adored her. Ira, though he adored her, supposedly didn't think much of her. Evidently, she found this out and started the rumor that he was gay. Good for him. I don't know. Anyhow.
Like 90% of the
Anyhow. Slick Fothergill shows up with his wife, Kate, who ends up entertaining at Danny's place. Now, hold on to your hats and please welcome the spectacular Clea Black.
Till she fell for a swell. She showed him her cooch. Satisfaction. And he fell beneath her spell with the aid of love and hooch. Ow! Play it, Ricky! Now you know that opening night, the audience sort of let out a little gasp when she started singing. She thought that she had snapped her garter and was afraid to look down. But this was just the first taste of how Broadway audiences were going to treat her for the next 40 years. Now on that opening night, George Gershwin himself conducts an orchestra pit that has Benny Goodman, Tommy Dorsey, Jimmy Dorsey, Glenn Miller, Gene Krupa, Red Nichols, Roger Edens. She's off to a very good start, but I always digress. Then one day, so they tell us, his true wife he did crave. Delilah, she got jealous, and so she tracked him, and she hacked him, and she dug for Sam a grave. It's always that way with passion, so cowboy, learn to behave, or else you're liable to cash in. Oh, no tombstone on your grave. Delilah, wah, 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 Delilah. She's no babe in the wood. No, no, run, run, cowboy, you better run a mile. If you love that kind of woman, she'll do you no harm. Oh, Delilah, you're such an embarrassment to women.
Now, a New York rival of Danny shows up and starts making a play for Molly. He offers to take her to Mexico and she accepts. Danny concedes defeat, but she doesn't understand why. So she sits and wonders, musically. And the cab driver that was played by Willie Howard sympathizes with her. Once again, here's Laura Pavlis and John Satchel.
Old man sunshine, listen, you never tell me dreams come true. Just try it, and I'll start a riot. Beatrice Fairfax, don't you dare ever tell me he will care. I'm certain it's a final curtain. I never want to hear from any cheerful Pollyanna who tell you fate supplies a mate. It's all bananas. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. A lucky star, but not for me. With love to lead the way, I found more skies of gray than any Russian play.
He's knocking on the door, but not for me. He'll plan a 2x4, but not for me. I know that love's a game. I'm puzzled just the same. Was I the moth or flame? I'm all at sea. It started off so swell, this let's pretend. It all began so well, but what an end. The climax of a plot should be the marriage knot, but there's no knot for me. He's knocking on the door, but not for me. He'll plan a 2x4, but not for me. I know that love's a game. I'm puzzled just the same. Was I the moth or flame? I'm all at sea. It started off so swell, this let's pretend. It all began so well, but what an end. The climax of the plot should be a marriage knot, but there's no knot for me.
John Sanford and Laura Patterson. Meanwhile, Kate catches Slick wooing another senorita in his own inimitable style. Please welcome our own favorite Slick with his own inimitable style, Sidney Miles.
Treat me rough, muss my hand. Don't you dare to handle me with care. I'm no innocent child, baby. Keep on treating me wild. Pinch my cheek, hug and squeeze me till I'm weak. I've been pampered enough, baby. Keep on treating me rough. When I was born, they found a silver spoon in my mouth. I had a barber just to curl my hair. When winter came, of course, they motored me to the south. The point is, I was handled with care. Women and head waiters fawned on me. Then one day, it dawned on me. If I was ever to be a man amongst men, I need to be manhandled now and then. Treat me rough. Don't you dare to handle me with care. I'm no innocent child, baby. Keep on treating me wild. Treat me wild. Pinch my cheek, both of them. I've been pampered enough, baby. Keep on treating me, overheat me. Keep on treating me
All is forgiven and forgotten as Danny and Molly end up together, as do Kate and Slick. But before any of that happens, the one song that put Merman on the map received 5 encores opening night, and here to close the show with that number, Clea Blackhurst.
Days can be sunny with never a sigh. Don't need what money can buy. Birds in the trees sing their day full of song. Why shouldn't we sing along? I'm chipper all the day, happy with my lot. How do I get that way? Look at what I've got. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my man who could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures, I got my man who could ask for anything more. Old man trouble, I don't mind him, you won't find him round my door. I got sweet dreams, I got sweet dreams. Who can ask for anything more? Who can ask for anything more? Oh,
Leah Blackhurst.